Government and Cox Communication, welcome. We are very, very happy to have you with us this evening. Got a nice turnout, and we greatly appreciate you joining us this evening. So we start with our school district because the school district is the anchor tenant when it comes to broadband. We were the first county in Arizona to have adequate broadband in every single school that we have in our county. We're very proud of it. And that has taken a lot of work and a lot of effort on a lot of people's part. Finding funding for this kind of thing is not easy, and then developing the kinds of partnerships that it needs to build these kind of projects is not easy either. So as the county school superintendent, I look at things through the eyes of schools, but I also have to look at things through the eyes of the community. And what is the community telling us that they need? Well, we've been hearing loud and clear that broadband is a need in Yavapai County in the final mile. That means into your homes and into your businesses. So this is not only something that's going to help students, it's going to help retirees, it's going to help people that own a business or would like to start a business and don't have the ability to do so now. This is a public-private partnership, and we're extremely happy to be partnering with Cox Communication, who was the successful bidder on our RFP. They view the world very much the way Yavapai County does, and the fact that we are service providers. We're here to help you. So Yavapai County's aspect of this was very simple. We were the only ones that could be awarded a certain ARPA grant in the amount of $46 million. And our Board of Supervisors accepted those funds and dedicated $20 million of the $46 million to broadband. So in southern Yavapai County, that is going to involve Black Canyon City and Congress. Those are both the projects that Cox Communication is working on. Just north of us, in Mayor and Corpus Junction, and then further up I-17 at Beaver Creek and at Cornville, and on Highway 89 over north of Preston, in Paulden, there are 4 other communities that are being served by a different company called Maltese. So we have 4 projects in the north, 2 projects in the south. And Cox is doing a portion of this that only they can do. We don't have the expertise to build these types of systems. We just don't, but they do. So with our ability to find the funding and their ability to create the network and meeting the criteria that Yavapai County has established for them, it's a really neat partnership. We were able to break ground in Congress earlier last week, and we're probably not too far away from doing that here in this area in the near future. So what you're going to see tonight is an opportunity to simply interact with Cox, and you hear lots and lots of good things from them about what they have in mind and answer any questions that you might have. But there are some folks that I need to recognize in the audience. The Board of Supervisors Chairman, James Gregory, is with us tonight, and I think he'd probably like to make a few comments. So Supervisor Gregory, if you would.
Yeah, this is a really great thing that's happening to our community. It's a public-private partnership. We're able to bring some of that ARPA funding into our rural areas where it's going to benefit us. Investing in the infrastructure, passing the cost to everyone, and the long-term effects is generations are going to be able to use this technology for a long time before we're long gone. So this is some really good things. I would like to thank Ken Carter, Corey Christians for really jumping into this, and Cox Communication. Your community, you're the first ones to get this opportunity to see this actually start to happen. And with them providing all the resources here tonight to explain, answer any questions you have, it's great. So I just want to thank Cox and our partnership with the county, and thank you.
So let me introduce my counterpart at Cox Communications, Susan Annabelle. She has just been awesome to work with. Her team has been awesome to work with. She's got some of her team with her, and I'm sure she's going to introduce them. And welcome to Black Canyon City. We're happy you're here.
On behalf of our Cox Communications employees here in Arizona, we are delighted to share the great news that we are coming to Black Canyon City. I wanted to share a little bit about the company, and I'll first introduce myself. Again, Susan Animal, I'm the Market Vice President for Cox here, and have been partnered up with Tim and the team to make all this happen. But I wanted to give you a little bit of background on the company so you know what you're going to be getting. You know what to expect from us as we come into your community. And first and foremost, Cox is a family-owned business. I don't think many people know that. In our industry, that's very unusual. There are no major cable broadband companies that are family-owned the way ours is. And we've been around for 125 years. Not as a cable broadband company, for sure, but starting in the newspaper business and evolving through the many generations of the family. And I will share with you that our founder, James M. Cox, was actually a teacher. He was an educator. And he had a strong ethos and a strong commitment to kids, to education, and to the communities. And so as the company, through the last 125 years, has done, not only are we committed to bringing the services that you need to your community, but being part of your community and supporting the things that are important to you here. And youth, education, technology, those are all things that are part and core of our commitment to the communities that we serve. So all that said, I can tell you, we will be part of your community. You will see us, you will know that we're here, and we are happy to be part of the Black Canyon community. So one last remark I wanted to share about why Cox endeavored to step into this space. Prior to this last year, we had never sought government funding or partnerships with government entities to do anything like this. I think we can all agree that with the advent of the COVID pandemic, the need to have a good internet connection in your home is absolutely essential. And so we realized that the way we were going to be able to expand to certain areas around the more urban markets that we serve, the only way we'd get there is if we had partners. So what we're doing here in Black Canyon City, what we're doing in Congress, those are things that the county could not do by itself, we could not do by ourselves. So it really is a very special partnership, and a huge shout out to the county, being very progressive, very responsible with the resources that they were given, and really making it matter by getting services connected to the communities that need better internet service. So with that, we are so delighted to be here today. I'm going to introduce now Todd Neeson, our Director of Construction. Todd's going to tell you a little bit more about what you can expect in the construction process. So he's the guy you really want to hear from.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you all coming out this evening. Common theme that you probably heard is partnership, and public-private partnerships are not easy to obtain. There's a lot of work that goes into creating a relationship like that and fostering it. Can't honestly tell you guys enough how awesome your elected officials and your Yavapai partners team have been. They've been great for us to work with, and we're really, really excited about bringing our plan to this community. Ultimately, what we've got here is about a 41-mile project that we're going to be building. 41 miles of new fiber just in the community. There's about a 35-mile tie that will be coming into town, but we're not actually including that in this piece of it. We're going to be touching roughly 1,661 structures, which is a large portion of this community. There may be a couple spots on the outside that we haven't hit yet, but we most certainly will get to them in time. Right now, we need to focus on the borders that have been provided by us. As you'll see over there on that big board, we'll be happy to show you where those are specifically as it pertains to the streets in your communities. The project starts with our guys walking out every single inch of where we want to go. There have been people up here for a couple of months now actually walking around, measuring off every single foot of plant where we plan on building within Black Canyon City. From there, we take all those pieces of information, share it with our permitting, our engineering, and our design teams who have been working on this for some time already, creating the final designs, identifying where the cabinets will be, where the power supplies will be, and how this system ultimately is going to work to feed your homes, your businesses, and your schools. Right now, we have passed the engineering stage, we've passed the design stage, and we're in the permitting stage. So those permits are being drafted by our engineering firms. As soon as we get those, we'll be submitting them to Yavapai, the water entities, and ADOT, or any other entities that might possibly be involved in that area to make sure that we have legal access to be wherever it is we need to be. If it's private property, of course, we'll be obtaining easements and whatnot from the proper landowners. From there, the construction teams will start their work. We're probably a couple months away from that happening yet, but we will be using multiple different means of building this system. A lot of it will be in the air, like you currently have right now. A lot of it will be done with horizontal drilling, and some of it, unfortunately, will have to be done with rock sawing because a lot of you live here because of the beautiful terrain. It's beautiful for you guys. It's a little bit rough for us to dig it. It gets mighty bumpy. So we do recognize that there's going to be some open cutting, but we'll try to drill as much of it what we can. What the drilling means is that we will try to do most of our trenching subterranean so that you won't even see it. We will be exposing utilities. We'll be taking every precaution that we can. I will say on a 41-mile build, odds are there will probably be some issues where things do get found unexpectedly. That is part of construction, but what will define us, and hopefully to you guys as quickly as possible, is how we handle those situations. That's really what will make or break our relationship with the community, and we want you guys to give us the opportunity that if there is an issue, allow us to please fix it. These gentlemen in the back and the lady on the side here, they will be fielding your calls, they will be assisting with anything that's happening in the community that people don't feel is back to the way it was before we started. From there, the fiber will be pulled, it'll be spliced, and it'll be tested. That whole process for this community we know is going to push into 2024. We will be bringing areas online as quickly as we can as they're made available, but we will not be able to turn the entire community on with one flip of a switch just based on the way our system's architecture allows. So we anticipate homes being released probably late 2023 into 2024. And we will be keeping people informed as we go along. The opportunities will be with our direct marketing teams, mailers. This group over here will be sending out notes. They'll be sending out flyers, anything they can to kind of give everybody a heads up as to where the progress stands. With that, that's really the overarching means of how we're going to get this system built. We're very excited. We thank you guys for allowing us in your community, and we can't wait to show you what we can do. Thank you.
Thank you, Todd. And again, we've got people here for your questions, so this is just part of the program. When we're done here, we'd invite you to stop by and talk to some of our teams with some of the questions you have. Also want to invite you, as I mentioned earlier, we are very focused on being part of your community and contributing. Wanted to mention that we earlier today did a donation to the Foothills Food Bank. Thank you so much for being here, ladies, to accept the donation, and hope that that will be supportive. I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Carter.
Thank you, Susan. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you very much for being here. Let me give you two more pieces of information that I think are important for you. We have put together a rather extensive website. It is ycesa.com. Stands for Yavapai County Education Service Agency.com. ycesa.com. You will find just a huge amount of information there. All of our legal documents are there. All of our budget documents are there. You'll probably see some videos of some folks that are providing information. You'll find interactive maps that you start in outer space and go right down to your house. And it gives you information about it. There's information there about pricing structure. We have what are called Gantt charts, which tells us when we're going to start one portion and when we're going to have it finished. And there's just a lot of information there that you'll probably make use of. And for example, the video that we're taking tonight, probably before the end of the week, that would be up on that website. So ycesa.com. Hopefully you'll be able to make use of that. Have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy yourself, and we'll be around and answer any questions you might have.